I asked her, what are the skills you have? Well, she said hairdressing. Somebody that left abroad to come and do an hair in Lagos, calling you from mainland.
You're seeing all the things they are doing, and you feel like this is something you can do also.
Yes.
Try to go back, try to search how they began.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Sam.
My name is Yemi.
And we are
the Fast Tribe.
We are a young migrant couple in the United Kingdom who got married in our early 20s. We share about our life's journey so far, how life has been, what it has been like, the lessons we are learning, things that can inspire young people out there to take their next life process serious. All right, so we are on a journey. We have a goal of recording 100 videos in 100 weeks. All right, so we want you to join us in this challenge. We are counting, I think, less than 30 videos. I don't know exactly now, but less than 30 videos, and it means that we have gone a bit far. We are moving. You know. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for, if you are already part of the family, thank you. We really appreciate you.
And if you are just joining, welcome.
Welcome. We hope that you find a seat or a bed space in our home. All right, so today we want to talk about starting small. There are many people that have not started their life's process or have not started something because, you know, they feel like it's not so big. It's not, you know, they trivialize starting small. All right, so we'll be sharing bits and pieces of what that looked like for us from our marriage, from where we started from in living, where from our business, you know, different things generally. So what do you want to say about starting small generally?
Okay, so I like using dialogues and all. So I think I'll just start with a tree. You know, a tree doesn't just, we see these big giant trees and we see them as, okay, it has been there, but there was a process to it
to get there,
to get to that, you know, that size.
Yes.
So starting small is not something that happens in a day.
Yes.
You know, it's a gradual process.
Yes.
And for you to start small, you have to start.
Yeah.
So there's a starting small, and I believe that it might not really seem very easy from the beginning, but then you have to start. It's just about starting, to be honest. When you start and you are, you know, diligent about it, we get to know that the rest is not smalls.
Yes. I think because the truth is that people see a lot of things on social media. You see a lot of people celebrating their business, celebrating their relationships. You see, oh, these people, this is how they look. These are we love their channel. For example, you may be looking at us now and saying, "Oh, I love this couple. Beautiful. They're beautiful. They are." The reason why we can be here today is because we actually started. You see that? So, and it wasn't like we started this beautiful, you know. And it's not like the fact that we are this beautiful in expression to the glory of God, that we don't still have shortcomings.
Yeah.
We still have shortcomings. My wife was still telling me this afternoon that why did something that happened yesterday? I went to work yesterday. Something that happened yesterday. She said, "Why did you just come and tell me that you were going and you slammed the door?" Me, I did not slam the door. Me, in my head, I don't want to miss my boss.
And you want to disturb?
I didn't want to disturb her sleep as well. You see, so I went. She felt like I slammed the door, that I was angry or something, and I was not. You see, but this part of it, we will not put it on social media when we are having it.
Yeah, you just see the.
You will see this with our talking and all of that. But what happens to even make the bond that strong is the fact that we actually started small, and it's not showing here. The example of the tree that she gave, the roots that is holding that tree is not visible. But that is the core of the tree. The root, because you can cut the tree if the root is still there to grow back.
Yeah.
You see that the idea of what we are saying is that you need to appreciate the fact that God even allows us to start small. If we don't start small, we will not understand what process it means.
Yeah.
Do you understand? We will not understand what process means. I remember when Yemi came into the country. Okay, before then, Yemi has a skill, hairdressing. I asked her, what are the skills that you have? You know, that time we were dating. I asked her.
He grilled me. You know, when someone said, we have to talk, like we have to,
Anytime I say we have to talk like this, you say,
wait till you
that when we were dating. I asked her, what are the skills you have? Well, you know, she said, hairdressing. I say, waiting me this.
I had known, I would have maybe touched it up.
Maybe, stylish, well, hairdressing. The idea of hairdresser that I have in my head, because I'm from Nigeria, hairdressers have one corner shop like this.
Yeah.
Some under the trees.
Yeah.
You see, so I'm like, hairdressing. We are talking, you cannot talk UI UX. You cannot say Python. You are saying hairdressing. What does that mean? So I didn't approach her that way, but I just told her that no, this one is not. No. This is not what we are looking for. This is not what we need in the 21st century and all of that. But over time, I got used to the idea of she's a hairdresser. So I started to look for ways personally how to make that hairdressing not just a common hairdressing. I started to advise her on things that she can do now to take bookings, how to charge. That was when she was in Nigeria.
Like, so when I get appointment,
exactly.
I inform him
yes.
have an appointment. So we try to talk about it.
Exactly. I remember the time that you were going to Lekki. Yeah. Was it Lekki?
Yes.
So she was going to the island in Lagos. My wife, she always flies bus. You know a fly bus in Lagos. Bus. So it's like you will run to get it. So she always takes the bus anywhere, even Lekki. So when I knew about the skill, I said, okay, now it's time to maybe touch it up a bit. And so I said, you are not going to take a bus, you're going to take Uber for this trip. This is how you're going to charge, this is how you're going to do this. My wife was afraid for the person that she was going to charge. Somebody that left abroad to come and do her hair in Lagos, calling you from mainland. I didn't know hairstylist in Ireland. She didn't want to charge much and all of that. I think she charged anyway. She charged well according to in faith, because she didn't want to do it. Yes, but she still did it because me I no agree. Although I was not with her, but if I say she should not go because she's accountable, she will not go. So she did that. So she charged that charging. Brothers and sisters, that person agreed.
At some point, they were still.
Yeah, they were trying to do back and forth. She said, no, if you're not going to do this. And the person agreed. My wife took Uber, a cab, for the first time in her life. He took for appointment. So that's the seed. That hairdressing now. For me, before it was like, what's this? But that seed now, that's a seed in Nigeria. When she now came to the UK, before she started working, her corporate job now that she does, I was like, what can you do? So we I think some days after you came, we opened a TikTok account for her hairdressing in the UK and all of that. And before she even thought of earning from her corporate job, she had been earning from hairdressing. And not just that people just throw money on her. She charges for her service. And by the grace of God, that seed is helping the family, because apart from our corporate jobs, that is also coming in as an additional income in the family. She gets to meet a lot of people from all around Liverpool. Some people are coming from Chester, some people are coming from outside Liverpool, close to Manchester, coming to make their hair. Some people even come with cars. But there was a seed. You see that? So we're trying to let you know that if she had come and she despised that seed inside of her, that skill, we would have met people, we would have been generating that extra source of income. Through all that story to let you know that something inside of you to start. Before kings will come, kings will only come to the brightness of your rising. If you don't start, if you're looking at people, we spoke about our YouTube channel, the previous video, when how we started, why we started in the first place, and how it has changed our lives. But the idea was that we started anyway. So when we started the YouTube channel, we figured it out along the way. Don't stop because you don't have all the details. Don't delay yourself because you don't have all the details. For example, I did not even know that she had that greatness inside of her. There are some things that she's discovering. You discover. That's why it's called discovery. When you enter, you will find it out. See, I think I've spoken too much. I'm already entering preaching mode.
Just to ponder more on the business area, and not just even the business, just the process. I remember when I started this whole hairstyling thing, it didn't really. Not like it didn't make sense, because it was more like a passion. It was something I loved doing. So that was the reason I went for the training back in Nigeria, and then up to this moment where it's now yielding good fruit. And I know that this is just like
this is like the beginning.
There's still more vision. There's a bigger vision for the business. And I just look back and I see that if I didn't start at that time, if I didn't say I want to go into the training and build up myself, but it won't
in school.
Come up
how much were you charging in school?
I remember at that time because 5,000, I think that like the max 5,000, 6,000, and that 6,000 I'm using it with all my faith that they won't question it, that you are charging.
Yes, because she has a good heart. Yeah.
I pity them.
She has a good that she will be pitying people
And
that,
I'm the one
and she's the one that is
in pain.
standing. 6,000, 6,000 is, let's say, 3.5 pounds.
Can imagine.
That's what she will stand for 6 hours, 7 hours to do. You see,
So-
but let's continue.
So yeah, I just feel like if you don't start, and even ministry wise,
Yes.
I remember when I was still when I started singing
Yes.
from a very young age. We lead choruses in church, but I knew that there was more to doing that. It was not just about leading choruses. There's a ministry part of that music. So it's not like we just stop at the point of just leading music. So I had to, enlighten myself more. I got myself exposed more to worship ministers, how they do these things.
Yeah.
I even had to join. I joined a band.
Yeah.
Previously Jehoshaphat Squad, but now it's a full ministry.
Yeah.
The Beacons
Beacons
Flare.
Flare.
We started we went for ministration. So I got exposed to all of these things, but I won't be able to do all of that if I didn't start from my local church, if I didn't start from all of that. So, and I believe that you also, started somewhere ministry wise up till this moment that, God is really doing some great things through us, and which we are grateful for. We do not take that for granted. So it's just about, starting, just like we've said. It's about doing that thing that you find your hand doing. There's a word they say, you do it well. Whatever your hand finds doing, you do it well. So just do it. Just do it. It's not going to be easy, to be honest. That process it might even look slow. That there's really nothing. There was a point when we started this YouTube channel, and I'm thankful for how we are able to pursue it, that we are chasing after it, that yes, we can't just stop. There's a goal to it, just like we said, 100 videos in 100 weeks. So at some point I was thinking that this thing is still long, 100, and we are still on maybe less than 30.
Yes.
But then we know that this is that process that we get to enjoy. That's what makes up the result.
Yes.
Because if people see you up there, if you're up there and there's nothing to check underneath,
I always say something about track record.
Yeah.
That when people see you out, they want to trace.
They want to go back and say,
what have you been doing?
Where did you start?
Where did you start from? Usually, when I see somebody that blows, that's what I always do.
Yeah.
I go 5-6 years, because I know that before you can appear, you must have had a structure,
one experience, do some things to get to that point.
Yes.
So,
and that's why starting small is important.
Very, very important.
Because the process is the story.
Yeah.
The process is the story.
Yeah.
If you don't have that process, there's nothing to tell. You can't tell somebody. The Bible says God takes us through certain things so that we can be consolation for other people.
Yes.
So if you go through that process, when someone is going through that process, you'll be able to encourage them to keep at it, that because you have gone through it. It's like somebody that wants to start a YouTube channel now. We can let the person know, this is how you do it, this is how you, so that you can be consistent. Because you won't have time to record every week.
Yes.
So we have tips now that we can offer the person.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but if we did not start, then that thing will not be there. So the process is the story. Try your best. Whatever your hands find to do.
I see these greater people and these are the things that attract people, but they don't want to go through that process.
Yes.
There's this person that came to mind, Tony Elumelu.
Yes.
He's a very great man. I follow him on Instagram, and I see his stories, how he travels from one country to another, the aesthetics and everything. But there is a track record. It started somewhere.
Yes.
So if you are seeing these people and they are attracting you are seeing all the things they are doing, and you feel like this is something you can do also.
Yes.
Try to go back, try to search how they began, try to see their starting points, know how they had the process too. So you should that will encourage you to know that okay, these people didn't just get to that point.
Even we have not blown, we had process. Because if you see our previous even if you go to the first video of this channel, it's different from this one.
Very, very,
very different.
Very different.
You see, so processes. You see, just Apostle Joseph said, if somebody is born again today, it is a babe.
Yeah.
You cannot impart maturity.
No.
Even if the person is a celebrity, you cannot impart maturity. So the earlier you start, the better. All right. The earlier you go for that relationship, I'm not saying that you should skip. If you watch previous other videos, you will see how to choose a partner and all of that. But don't delay too much. In fact, it gets harder when you delay. Yes, it gets harder when you delay. There are some things that God wants to start in your life, but it will only start on the premise of that relationship. So if you don't have that relationship, for example, there are some things that God is leading me to do now. I wouldn't have been able to do it as a single person. Seller. So I wouldn't have been able to do it as a single person.
And you won't know
until
you start.
Exactly.
Because you'll be thinking that there's still time.
Yes.
And that's one thing about procrastination. If you keep procrastinating, you won't know when time will go.
Time will go.
Over it.
Yes, time will go. You see, so we just hope that as you have watched this video, you'll be inspired. We try to tell a bit of our story just to help somebody. That thing that is in your hands is mighty. It's just looking for the right environment or for the right set of people. It's mighty. Don't despise the days of little beginning. Don't. I pray that God will, use this to inspire you and allow you start. Don't be afraid. We know sometimes it can be tough, especially for somebody that is starting afresh from, you have been doing something before, it's not your way, you don't want to start afresh. We pray that God will give you confidence. God will give you boldness. You will not look at people. You will not, my language, you say, if it you will not do it because of people. You do it because that is who you are. You do it because that's your call. You do it because that's what God has called you to do. All right. I hope that this video blessed you. We hope that you have been inspired some way. If you like the video and you want to support us, please subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. See you in our next video.
See ya. Bye.